it's a Thursday evening and nothing to do. Well, I have very good news for you. So virtually gather all of your mates for another episode of Gourmet and Grape. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Gourmet and Grapes. My name is Die Melkman, loosely translated into the Milkman, or actually directly translated into the Milkman, and I will be facilitating the proceedings tonight. Just a side note, I have to tell you I'm not qualified to do this job at all, so there'll be a lot of winging it and shooting from the head, but yeah, just go with the flow. And the other thing, by now, I guess you would have realized that English isn't my first language. I am from Mariesburg, so English is a matter of self-defense. So if nothing else, this promises to be entertaining. A special word of welcome to our first-time viewers. We had an episode last week, so this is the second episode. So the basic idea behind Gourmet and Grapes is to firstly have a good time. And what is associated with a good time is good wine. So what we're going to do is we're going to drink some good wine. We have a winemaker, a knowledgeable guy about wine, obviously, to tell us a little bit more about the wine, and also to tell us what foods we can pair it with and how to really enjoy it, and also where to get it. That is very important at the moment. And then the other side of this program is Stellenbosch being the culinary capital of South Africa. We would like to celebrate the restaurants within the area. And therefore, what we're doing is we're getting a chef into the program, and the chef will show us how to make a very nice home-cooked meal. Certain restaurants in the Stellenbosch area decided to make boxes where you get all of the ingredients or some of the items pre-cooked, and the chef will go through it step by step, and you can then at home prepare this meal and then have a gourmet style meal at home. So yeah, the first thing is very important. Always make sure that your glass is full. I nearly said empty. We'll fill our glasses just now. But without any further ado, I would like to introduce you to my two guests tonight. So firstly, from Ken Forrester, the king of Shannon, we have Sean Matesa. Sean, you are our wine expert tonight. You're very welcome. Do you have any comments at this point, and are you excited?
Yes. Hi, Melkman. Hi, everyone. Thank you. Well, Ken is considered to be one of the leading South African producers, and I'm glad to be associated with that. So yeah, we'll have a liquor chat tonight.
Great, I'm excited. Yeah, with the upcoming International Shannon Day, I think it's going to be very appropriate, and Sean will share a little bit of the Shannon side of things with us a little bit later on. Then on the other hand, I would like to welcome Chef Adrian Buchanan of 96 Winery Road. Chef Adrian, you're very welcome. Any comments from your side at this point?
I'm looking forward to tasting some good wine and hopefully showing the guests how to put some food together.
Great, that's perfect. Okay, so I'm firstly going to go over to Sean. Like I said, we need an excuse to fill our glasses. So Sean, what I'm going to ask you is to maybe just present the first bottle of wine so that I can pour myself a glass of wine. I do believe that the entertainment value of this program will increase with the amount of wine that we consume. We know about the 7 deadly sins, and I am of the opinion that the eighth is a very difficult word for Afrikaans guys, almost like saying Woolworths. But the 8th deadliest sin is actually if you cook without having a glass of wine. So Sean, set us off so that we can get Adrian a glass of wine and he can start his magic, please.
Perfect. Yeah, since we're gonna go to Stellenbosch later, we first off gonna start with a wine called the Hansepoort. So it's a nice, easy drinking, very light, what we call in Afrikaans Hannepoort. In those days, the farmers couldn't say Muscat Alexandria, so they said Hannepoort. And Hannepoort is one of those big, juicy grapes, and then most of the time before, just when you're about to pick it, it all disappears like chicken's foot in that case, and then you end up with the next robot, and then they'll sell it to you for $20 or so. So what I decided, instead of doing a sweeter stuff, Hannepoort, to do a more drier, easy, lighter in alcohol type of wine. So this one is lekker to start off. Sometimes people are very scared of starting off with a full glass, but this one you can actually, because they want to pace themselves, but you don't need to pace yourself with this wine. It's very seductive, because on the nose you get that sweet fruit, but and when you taste it, it actually bone dry in that case. So it's a lekker wine to start off in that case, with a nice starter in that case. Adrian knows the wines quite well, so he'll highlight on the pairing side as well. And the amazing thing, what we working with Kenny, is his background is a restaurateur, and most of our wines we make to complement food in that case, and so it's versatile with different type of food. Yeah.
Great. Thanks, Sean. I was able to pour myself a glass, so I thank you. I really hope I wasn't on camera
Cheers,
while I was trying to open the bottle, because being a wax stop, I quite struggled. I'll ask you a question about a wax stop a little bit later on. Adrian, I would like to go over to you. If you can maybe take us through the box, what you're going to be doing tonight. And also, I think you must give the viewers indication of where they can get these boxes, and what boxes do you offer. So yeah, over to you, Adrian. Cheers.
Thank you. All right, so yeah, I mean we've got several boxes available. So we got 3 dine for twos, what we call a dine for two. So you can order them on the day, and we will you can either fetch them, or we can deliver them to your home as well. You can phone us, find us on Facebook, on Instagram. It's 96 Winery Road. I'm sure we can put the numbers and things available in the feed somewhere. I'm going to show you one of our pre dine for twos. We're very well known for our HPF, what we call Hollandse pepper fillets. A lot of people think it's the Hollandaise, but it's not. It's Hollands, which means it's a pepper sauce. It's been on the menu for about 2 decades. So it's one of our favorite ones. So I'm just going to show you how we box this up, and hopefully we can find all these instructions. Cooking instructions is on the front. As you can see, you've got all your stuff available. I'll show you. This is chocolate, which is our dessert, one of the desserts. We've got garlic mushrooms, the pepper fillets. We even throw a little bit of mince in there for you for afterwards. So brie and fig parcels, which we'll have for starters, and then we've put roast vegetables and a garlic mash into it. Pepper sauce is also made for you, so it's literally just warming up and putting on a plate for you and your guests. These are packed for 2. And you can order them in 2s. So let me, I'll show you quickly. I've pre-cooked the brie parcels, and I'm going to show you just quickly how to maybe make it look pretty on your plates at home, so that you can. So if you just excuse me quickly, I'll be back in a moment.
Great. Thanks, Adrian. We're looking forward to seeing the end result. Sean, the pressure is on you now. I have to say, I'm loving this. It is amazing. And I'm taking your word in not holding back in drinking this. But yeah, so I want to maybe go through the wines that you also want to pair with the food tonight. Maybe give us an indication of why you're pairing certain foods with certain meals or certain dishes. Like I said, I'm not an expert at all. So the more information you give me, the better.
Yeah, as everyone knows us, we are quite representative in certain liquor stops and etc. And the thing is, why I wanted to choose the Hannepoort is because everyone, like, they know our wines, we make good wines, but they don't know we can make some quirky wines as well. And I mean, I'm young, and with my young enthusiasm, bringing that side to the cellar to Ken, and it always brings up a nice vibe in that case. So that's the reason for the Hanse Poet. And the next two wines, which is going to with the Brie, is the Ken Forrester Old Vine Reserve Chenin Blanc, which is this one. It's a 2019 vintage. Well, as you can see, most of our wines are under screw top, and it's a wine which is quite versatile in that case. We offer people best of both. You know, certain people don't like hooded wines, and certain people don't like unhooded wines, too much of it. So what we did is it's basically two components, one unfermented, one fermented in an unhooded, only stainless steel tanks, and then one in old big 400-liter barrel. And so after 9 months, we blend the two components together, and it gives you a lovely fresh fruit and a little bit of richness from the barrel, which makes it a perfect wine to pair with food in that case. Even on its own, it goes perfectly well with like we're gonna do now with a Brie, and even with some seafood and shell dishes in that case. And then the next wine, the red wine, which is we're gonna do later, is the Renegade, a 2016 vintage, which is also a round style blend, and because it's Shiraz driven, and the Hollandse pepper fillet is still one of my favorite dishes when I come here. And the pepperiness of the wine and the pepperiness of and the spiciness of the dish makes it the perfect combination in that case. Yeah. And then I also have one hidden jack up my sleeve, so which is a Cinto, which we're also gonna do later on. But yeah, that's the reason why we choose those two wines, and it's relatively easily affordable. You can buy it online platforms. You can come to the farm. Even here at 96, when you come and pick up your dine for two, you get it at salad or price. You can see right behind me over here. There's the whole table is full of wines. You can easily scroll to the deli, grab something for the wife or the mistress or the girlfriend, or a bottle of wine. So yeah.
The mistress or the girlfriend. I'm not sure if I heard you correctly, but the only thing I'm worried about at this point, Sean, is that you mentioned 4 wines, and we have to actually stick to a half-hour slot. I'm a little bit concerned about that. Chef Adrian, are you back online? Do you have any comments on that plating up of yours, or do we need to wing it a little bit more?
No. We're perfect. So I've got the starter kind of ready. So what I've done is this is a Brie and green fig parcel in Filo pastry. So we've pre-baked these. So I've picked some nice rocket from our garden. You can get that at any superstore you want or shop. Your box comes with the pastries and the sauce, which is a plum sauce. A homemade plum sauce with a little bit of that green fig preserve for the sweetness. So what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of this fresh rocket at the bottom. This is something very easy for you to do at home. These come straight out of the oven on top of the rocket, and all you need to do is drizzle some of that beautiful sauce over the top. And there you go. Bob's your uncle. Perfect, easy, and you get 2 portions per box. So that's the starter, and I suppose Brie and Chenin, very good figs. All these kind of things go very nicely with that Chenin. That Ken Forrester Chenin is drinking amazing at the moment. It's my go-to at home. So yeah, I would definitely give that a thumbs up. The Hanepoort, very nice, good for breakfast actually. Tastes just like orange juice.
Definitely does. That looks amazing, Adrian. I have to say I'm quite hungry at the moment. Yes. What I want to ask you, it's totally unrelated, because some of the questions that I'm going to ask is going to be food related and wine related, yes. But some of the questions is going to be totally unrelated. No problem. Because I think it's always good for the viewers to know the guest a little bit more. So are you at all related to Mitch Buchanan, who was the main part in what was the series Baywatch? Are you at all related to him, or is there anything that you?
David Hasselhoff, no.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Yeah.
if I was related, I wouldn't admit to it
As-
that way.
I hear you. I hear you. Sean, maybe on the Shannon side, it is. I mentioned it earlier on. It is this weekend. It is hashtag Drink Shannon. I think is the hashtag that we're looking at. I have a badge on. I'll show it to the viewers. Hashtag Drink Shannon. So with you guys being very big on the Shannon, what plans do you have for this weekend? Specifically Saturday, it's International Shannon Drinking Day, something like that. Is there any specific deal that's going around? What can we be on the lookout for?
Yes, definitely. As you know, there's a Chenin Blanc Association in South Africa, and there's a lot of members, different wineries are part of it, and so a lot of wineries they celebrate hashtag Drink Chenin Day. Last year, actually, it was trending worldwide, third on the list on Twitter. That's how popular it was in the Twitter platform. So you can look out. There's competitions running on our Facebook pages, our social media pages, even on the Chenin Blanc Association page. There's like 20 prizes up for grabs. All you have to do is just go like the page, share on Saturday your most interesting, funny way of celebrating Drink Chenin by sharing, dressing funny or dressing like a wine buns. So yeah, and the winner will be announced, and you win yourself a case of 6 bottles and the drinks and a T-shirt. So yeah, there's lots of prizes up for grabs. Different wineries, even ourselves, have prizes up for grabs. So it's gonna be big. It's gonna be, if you love Chenin, it's the way to go on Saturday. You have no excuse to open up 3 or 4 bottles to club.
Great, sounds perfect. I will definitely be joining in on Saturday. I think, Adrian, we should maybe go back to you.
Yes.
Are you ready for the mains? Do you also want to do a little bit of a plating? I think that might be a good idea.
Yes, yeah, we can do that. It won't take long. Give me one second. I'll just bring it over.
Perfect. Can you hear me while you're walking away, Adrian? No. Oh, you can.
All right. Yes, I can. I can hear you.
Okay, that's fine. You can carry on. I actually wanted to ask you another totally unrelated but related question. So obviously I don't know anything about food, and in preparation for this, I decided I'll look up certain things. So then I came along and I saw the word sous chef, which I never knew you spelled it the same way as you spell sauce in Afrikaans.
Correct.
And then I actually wanted to ask a chef, where does the name come from and what does it mean? Because I think it has an Afrikaans origin, because if I understand it correctly, the sous chef is the second in charge. So in my opinion, it is because the main chef always talks to his second in command, and he just tells him, Mark sous chef and Mark sous chef. So maybe you can tell us if that is a correct indication from my side.
No, I think if I remember correctly from way back my French culinary French, sous chefs basically means half chef, so basically second in command. So that's you got it pretty spot on there. So no.
Okay, perfect.
But yeah, pretty much what it boils down to. You basically end up your sous chef is basically the skivvy. He's the guy that has to run around and do everything while you sit on your phone and play Candy Crush or something like that. No.
You realize this is live, Adrian?
Yes.
I thought he was going to say
that's not true at all. All right. So what we've got here is our HBF. It's our signature HBF. And what I've done is I've actually taken some brandy in a little thing, and I've set it alight. I've heated it up until it starts to burn. And I think you can see, and we just pour a little bit of that brandy over just for a bit of show for your guests at home. And it also doesn't mind getting people a little bit more gesauce, as you would say. All right, and then bon appetit. So there's mushrooms on the side. I've put a whole lot of about half the veggies that you get, and then the steak, which is 250 gram fillet steak rolled in pepper, and then topped over with your warm pepper sauce. and that's what you can go.
Maybe I wasn't listening, so you just warm that up. Am I correct in saying that?
You literally, so everything just goes into the oven, depending on how you like your steak. If you like a medium rare, probably about 7 minutes in the oven, 180 degrees. If you like a little bit more done, you can leave it till about 15 minutes where you get to shoe leather. But
Okay.
the rest of the veggies is about 10 to 15 minutes. And it's all in those little trays. You just take it off, put it into the oven. Sauce you can heat either in the microwave or in a pot, preferably in a pot. Microwave's not great for those kind of things, but so all the instructions are in the boxes, and it's very simple to finish off at home.
Okay, perfect.
Even the starters are 7 minutes in the oven, and those little Filo parcels. So it's very easy, very simple.
Okay, great. That's perfect.
All right.
Amazing. We'll be getting back to you on the dessert just now. Sean, so the wine you said we'll be pairing with that is the Renegade. Am I correct?
Yes, definitely.
What can we expect from the Renegade? And yeah, why did you pair it specifically with this dish?
So the Renegade, it's in wine terms what we call a Rhone style blend, which is a blend. You get a Bordeaux blend or a Cape blend, or in that case, but Rhone is more a blend between Shiraz or Shiraz, Grenache, Mourvedre. It's another variety, and it's a blend of those three. But the Shiraz brings the peppery spiciness to the blend. The Grenache is red fruits, which I pick up now, and the Mourvedre is like the glue. It's like that brings those three together. In that case, it's the power in that case. So the spiciness goes quite well with the Hollandse pepper fillet, like I mentioned earlier. So it brings out more of the flavors out of the fillet in that case, and it makes a perfect wine. It's not overwhelmed by oak because we use old barrels, so there's no oak influence, but the barrel's almost like a vessel to the wine in that case. So it's a nice wine to enjoy at a relatively price of just 160 rand a bottle. So it's perfect with that Hollandse pepper fillet, which is my favorite wine. Is this when I come to 96. Yeah. So you can get all those dine for two right there as well.
Okay, that is perfect. I have to say officially now I am double parking, so I still have the Shannon and I have your Renegade now, so I might be in trouble. Adrian, I want to ask you something because you talked about the meal for two now. I know that Sunday is Father's Day, so obviously you guys have an offer for Father's Day. Personally, being the milkman or the Melkman, I turn my cell phone off on Father's Day because I get way too many calls from all of the children. But so yeah, what is your offerings for Father's Day, and what can people? Obviously, a steak is a good one, so that is an option. But I don't know, maybe you have some other offers for Father's Day.
Well, we did put a really special Father's Day menu together. So it's like a rich cauliflower soup, truffle oil, garlic and parmesan croutons, which you'll get. We did a slow roasted lamb shank in a red wine sauce, two sides which you can choose for yourself, and then we did a maple and mixed nut pie. Which is going. So that's our Father's Day menu, which you can also get hold of us at any time. And if you don't feel like lamb, you can always order one of our dine for twos, which we've put together. We got pork belly with apple chutney and crackling, and there's also the HPF option. So yeah, it's great fun. We enjoy it. Hopefully the people enjoy it.
Perfect. Sounds great. I think maybe I'm having a look at the time, so I'm trying to stick to the schedule. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done the one thing I am supposed to do. Are you going to go over to the dessert maybe and just give us an indication of how we can prepare that to do that? Or
well, The desserts come pre-done, so all you need to do is lift it off and put it in onto your plate. So a little bit of icing sugar over the top, or cocoa powder, a little bit of fruit on the side. I don't think I don't think it's necessary to do a full plating of that one.
Okay, cool. It might, if you're working with somebody like me, it might actually be useful showing me how to take it out of the box on the plate. But no, we don't have to do that.
No, it's all simple.
Sean,
very simple.
On your side, on the dessert side,
Yes.
is there something specifically, or are we carrying on with the Renegade? I know you mentioned something like a little bederfie that you still have up your sleeve. Don't know what a bederfie is in English.
Yeah,
Treat.
Yeah. I've sent you samples. So literally, I wrote on the Senso 2019. It's the name is Met Sonder Stingels. in Afrikaans, well, in English it will be without stalks in that case, and it is Senso in that case. So if you don't want something more towards a lighter style, medium-bodied wine, you'll pick this wine in that case, because Senso it's a great wine on its own in that case. But what I did is I just split the batches, fermented halfwood stalks, en jy weet die stingeltjies die ingegooi by die doppe, and the other half I fermented without stalks, and after fermentation I put it separately barrels and of each, and after 9 months in old barrels I blended the two together, and Ken decided to call it without stalks in after that. So it's basically what it is without stalks, met sonder stingels. And on the dessert side, I'm looking right over here. There's a corner called Something Sweet, year 96. It's where you get all your soup-tan quickies, your late harvest and etc. Yeah, we make some brilliant Chenin Blanc late harvest. So you can get that also at 96 or at the farm, wherever. And yeah, there's lots to offer here. It's like I don't know if I'm gonna get out here early tonight. I might just embrace the atmosphere.
That sounds lekker. I have to say, when you were talking about you just gooi it with the dop, it sounded a little bit like you're actually chucking it into your drink, because in Afrikaans you also talk about a dop. Don't know if you can talk about a glass of wine dop though. But anyways, I think we're getting close to the end of the program. I'm gonna ask you guys one or two last questions, and then I'll give you some time to maybe give a last comment. So last night, President Ramaphosa, he gave us some good news. I think there's not an indication of when exactly we can expect the restaurants to open, but the restaurants opening would be a very good thing for the entire Stellenbosch area. My question to you both, Adrian, maybe you can start off, and then Sean after Adrian, is obviously we know where you're going to go out, so at which restaurant you're going to dine. We obviously know where that's going to be, 96 Winery Road. What other option is there? But who would you, and remember it's being recorded, so if you say your wife, you need to do it, but who would you actually invite for this dinner? Who would you like to dine with the moment the restaurants open? Adrian, your side.
Sure, it's a tough question. Is that living or dead, or are we talking about people that we?
You can do both. So you can say somebody you would have always wanted to dine with, but in this case, it would be somebody that is still living here.
Yeah, well, I'll have to go out with my wife. She's the best.
Good answer.
And she's sitting very close to me, so I'll probably have to sleep on the couch tonight.
Because you said I have to go with my wife.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I think, it would be really nice to see my mom, to be honest, because that would be nice. Maybe invite my mom out for dinner and sit down, or lunch. That would be great.
Okay.
Haven't seen her in a while.
That's amazing. We've all, I guess, missed the little bit of conversation, and you were worried because you said you might be sleeping on the couch, but after that answer, I think you scored some some good
Some
points.
brownie
So
points. Yeah.
I think you're okay. Sean, your answer?
Yes. Yes, like it's a tricky one. Well, I'll definitely invite Becky Chele and Lamini Zuma just to show them what really good wines we make and how you enjoy wines responsibly. So, yeah, definitely I would invite them to 96.
That's
Just
that's
to
a
show them.
that's a that's a proper answer. I think you can guide them with future decision making situations. Um,
Exactly. You can make a lot
okay,
of
and then
decisions over
I
wine.
think I think that is it for now. I don't know, Adrian, on your side, there isn't anything else that you would like to say. I actually had some questions, but I think we're going to run out of time. Obviously, 96 Winery Road is a old Stellenbosch favorite, and you guys have some dishes that you are known for. I think there's a cherry something something, if I'm not
Duck and
mistaken.
cherry pie.
Exactly.
Yeah, the duck and
So,
cherry pie and
so
those
that
things. Yeah, the pork belly we're pretty well known for. Yeah, if you want to do a quick headshot, this is the dessert. So I don't know if you can get a bit closer. So it just shows you that it's actually very easy to take it out of the. It's on paper. You just lift it out, put it on your plate, and off you go. So nothing too difficult.
that's perfect. Even me, I will be. Even me, even I
Even
will
you will
be
be
able
able
to
to do
do
it.
that. Yeah. That's great.
There we go.
Thanks, Adrian. Sean, on your side, any last comments before we close it off? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I know it's cold, weird outside, but I personally myself actually drink more white wine during winter time than red wine in that case. So, and Chenin Blanc is so diverse. It's like our culture. You can drink a Chenin Blanc, wooded, unwooded, lightly wooded, sparkling, dessert wine. So Saturday is the perfect day to do that. So yeah, come to 96. When on Monday, grab yourself some Chenins and the dine for two, and Bob's your uncle. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much, gentlemen. I thank you for your time.
Thank you.
It's been amazing, and yeah, keep up the good work. We'll definitely be supporting you. The rest of the
Stay safe.
viewers out
Yeah.
there, I would like to say, remember Saturday. Sean mentioned it now. So remember Saturday, remember Father's Day. I think it is important. And then just a side note, nothing to do with wine or
Mhm.
food at all, but it's a personal thing. I started binging Lost, the series within the lockdown. And needless to say, I lost the battle, pun intended. So I still require the last 3 episodes of Lost. So if anybody out there has the last 3 episodes of Lost, help a brother out. So that is it from my side. Stay this weekend, Father's Day, Sunday. We will see you either next week or the week after. Thank you very much. Have a great evening.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Yes.
Thank you. Bye
Yes, yes,
bye.
yes.